Welcome back to the First Line Library. I'm Jordan, and today we're talking about winter reads. Alright, I hope you're doing well. Grab yourself a cozy drink and enjoy. As winter begins to set in and Christmas time quickly approaching, it is the perfect time to cozy up and read. I will cover a handful of reads that fit into the holiday winter vibes. This list consists of an array of winter reads and some Christmas-themed reads as well. Let's dive in. Starting with The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe by C.S. Lewis. In this short fairy tale, Lewis will transport you into the winter world of Narnia. When Lucy walks through a wardrobe, she finds herself in a world unlike any other, filled with snow, fawns, and talking beavers. Lucy and her siblings journey to find Aslan and fight against the White Witch. Meanwhile, said Mr. Tumnus, it is winter in Narnia and has been for very long, and we shall both catch cold if we stand here talking in the snow. Daughter of Eve, from the far land of Sperum, where eternal summer reigns, around the bright city of Wardrobe, how would it be if you came and had tea with me? Next here is a poem written roughly around the 8th century about the epic hero Beowulf. Beowulf mostly depicts the events of a Scandinavian hero named Beowulf and his fight with the monster Grendel and its mother, and then later on, a dragon. This tale gives us a perspective on a human as he depicts courage, strength, wisdom, and loyalty. But to elude death is easy. Attempt it who will. He shall go to a place prepared for each of the sons of men, the soul-bearer dwelling on earth, ordained them by fate. Laid fast in that bed, the body shall sleep, when the feast is done. Now, this next book is not set during winter, but is just the perfect one to crack open while under a warm blanket with a hot drink by your side. Before the Coffee Gets Cold is about a time-traveling cafe shop set in Tokyo, Japan. In this tiny coffee shop is a chair that can transport you back in time. The catch? You have to come back before the coffee gets cold. This short read packs a heavy punch dealing with loss and regret, but also shows the joy in the present. Water flows from high places to low places. That is the nature of gravity. Emotions seem to act according to gravity. When I'm the presence of someone with whom you have a bond, and to whom you have entrusted your feelings, it is hard to lie and get away with it. The truth wants to come flowing out. Switching up a bit here with No Exit by Taylor Adams. No Exit is a thriller that takes place on Christmas Eve. When Darby takes a last-minute trip through the Colorado mountains to visit her mother, she finds herself in the middle of a whiteout and is now stuck inside the visiting center of a rest stop. Not only is she stranded at this rest stop with the other visitors, but she has also just made a shocking discovery of a child inside a cargo van. This read is fast-paced and holds no punches. Sometimes God puts people exactly where they need to be, even when they don't know it. Next up is J.R.R. Tolkien's Letters from Father Christmas. This is a collection of letters that J.R.R. Tolkien himself wrote to his children during Christmas time. Each letter details the adventures of Father Christmas. This is a quick and fun read that you can pick up and go through all at once or spread it out through the holiday season. Well, my dears, there is lots more I would like to say about my brother and my father, old grandfather Yule, and why we were both called Nicholas after the saint, whose day is December 6th, who used to give secret presents, sometimes throwing purses of money through the window. But I must hurry away. I am late already, and I'm afraid you may not get this in time. Here is another tale from long before, Sir Gawain and the Green Knight. This story takes place on New Year's Eve when the Green Knight appears bearing a challenge, which Gawain gladly accepts. However, the result of this challenge comes with a price. This tale deals with the ideas of chivalry, virtues, and self-discovery. Now take care, Sir Gawain, not to shrink from danger. This is quite an ordeal that you have taken on. Next up is another thriller set in the North Appalachian woods during winter. A father and daughter hiding from the world encounter someone they did not expect, a mystery, and the love of someone that seemed too good to be true. Amid the unraveling mystery, this story deals with how to live with grief, love unconditionally, and accept grace. I've always believed that if something was meant to happen, you'd have a second chance at it. But never have I been so bold as to believe in a third or even a fourth chance. Almost like the world was trying to hand you something good after all it had dealt you your whole life was heartache. Like it had changed its position on who you were and what you could have. Call it what you like, karma, good luck, or maybe something more, grace. Legends and Lattes is a cozy fantasy with low stakes by Travis Baldry. This story follows an orc named Viv who decides to leave behind her old life of sword fighting and dungeons and make a new life in a town running a coffee shop. Though starting a new business can be tough, there are those out there trying to make sure it's even more difficult. But despite her setbacks, Viv ends up creating a cozy cafe full of wonderful characters. You've found a very peaceful place here, a special place. You've planted something and now it's blossoming. Very nice. A good spot to rest. My thanks to you for letting an old timer shade under the branches of what you've grown. And lastly, Brian's Winter by Gary Paulson. While this is the third installment in Gary Paulson's series, Brian Saga, it tells the what-if story of what might have happened to Brian after the events of Hatchet, if Brian was never rescued and had to continue surviving in the Canadian wilderness through the winter. It's a wonderful, short story of survival and growth. Do what you can as you can. Trouble, problems will come no matter what you do, and you must respond as they come. Well, that wraps up my list for the winter reads of this year. Make sure to let me know if there's anything you think should be added to the list down below in the comments. Hey, thanks for taking the time to hear what I have to say. I'll catch you all later. God bless.